Yep.
Start my speech in 3, 2, and 1. In a progressive and industrializations era, and also the technology era like this, we're not only talk about the profit oriented and the existence of your business, but we're also talking about the moral burden that you have. So that's why, as the opening government, we don't want the existence of new investing becomes longer, because it catches more dangerous circumstances in our society at the end of the day. And notice that actor that will get harmed by this kind of meme investing is not only about the audience or the followers of social media account, but the parties who invest their shares, their monies or their resources for towards this account, toward this social media account. First things first, we have to know what's the definition of meme investing. Meme investing is you as parties, as the other parties of this platform of this social media account that you are investing your money, shares or resources to the accounts that already exist on the internet and have a lot of engagement, because the reason is you want that kind of engagement also, so the people or the followers of its social media account will know the product of yours, and that's why and it will increase the buyer of your product. Let's see the characterizations first before we jump into our argumentations. First, let's see the characterization of social media or any informal or unprofessional account or platform on the internet in status quo nowadays. First, they always thirsty with money. I mean, they are a profit-oriented platform or place. That's why they will always create the content of their platform or application with the thing that consumers like so much. So its consumer will so this account will get a lot of engagement and money from their followers. And the content is basically follow the interest of society, right? And a lot of people in society love gossip, hot issue, hoax, horror, and some bladderous information and etc. And something that can trigger their society's evilness feeling like, oh, how could he do like that and etc. Or is it a real ghost or not, right? So that's why its platform or its social media account will exactly produce the content like that as always. And opposition side of the house might say that this is okay because it means that they are because they are following the people intentions or people willingness or people need of content. So their goals to gain a lot of profit is being achieved. But we notice that the moral burden as the big platform is also huge, right? They have to be a platform that have responsibility to the society, to the moral of their followers. If their audiences or their followers are evil, like love gossip or have a bad behavioral and etc., it means that they cannot be a positive place. And when it's good, when its followers have a good behavior, it means that they are a good place to be. So that's why we're not going to talk about the education platform as the limitation of our mission today, because that kind of education only gain less engagement instead of this kind of unprofessional account like Lambe Turah or any kind of gossip account on the internet. Because like the content of it is general and triggering a lot of people, and that's why we're not going to talk about the professional account. Okay, let's move on to our argumentations. Here we are gonna bring 2 points of argumentations. First, it will monopolize the morale of audience and the prestige of the parties that investing their shares to this kind of social media account. And the second is trade-off point. The freedom of choice will not be disrupted in our side of the house. First point of argumentations. It will monopolize the moral of audience and the prestige of other parties. Because in our debate room, we just want to talk about something triggering, like something in unprofessional account in social media, and the audience of their followers assume that this platform or this social media account answering their needs and their wants, whereas its platform only want the profit of them, right? Because first they catch up the audience intentions and the audience interesting, interested, and they can get a lot of profit, but the audience get only bad behavior and wasting time because enjoying the content every time and ever wasting time, and the content is meaningless, ladies and gentlemen. So that's why it's not a good place to be. And the moment in the moment the audience only get meaningless content, it means that the audience is the moral of audience is being disrupted by this kind of social media account or this kind of platform on the internet, right? And the second is the parties also get trouble because the progressive people in society might think that they just want uneducated people's intentions so that they can get a lot of money or profit by the by the stupidity of this kind of people. Like example, maybe some local products invest to the Lambe Turah account and etc. and etc. We noticed that this Lambe Turah have a lot of has a lot of engagement by the uneducated people, because uneducated people in our status quo like some kinds of triggering things, and which is they are also in a lower class of society. So that's why they only have ability to buy in less circumstances, right? And it will only give burden to this kind of outer parties. And comparatively, in our side of the house, they can engage professional account. We just notice that this professional account, such as a professional account on the internet, is has the lower out of followers rather instead of some kind of Labitura account and etc. And they will also get a lot of profit at the end of the day, because as the following of this account is some people in middle upper class, so that's why they can have that kind of ability in higher degree. And the second point of argumentation, freedom of choice is not being disrupted in our side of the house. Comparatively, in opposition side of the house, maybe they will get a lot of engagement, especially will get a lot of engagement. But in our side of the house also can gain a lot of engagement, because the moment you promote your product to the professional account, it means you have the kind of professional ability, right? And people at the end of the day will give a lot of trust to you, and they also get a huge of audience at the end of the day, even if they just tweet to moderate platform. Thank you.